Yo guys, what is up? Welcome to today's draw. The text there at the end was not meant to say Size vs Logica, so please ignore that. It was not meant to say that. I did update it, but Streamlabs is still picking up the old thingy. So welcome everybody to today's live stream. I'm actually a little bit nervous around this because it's kind of a it's kind of a big responsibility to be drawing some names. Like if I miss one name, for example, so you can see I've built this on the screen right here. We've got 7 experts. I've got 4 kind of top players at the moment. According to the game replays list, we've got this bracket here, and I'm going to be responsible today for drawing this this bracket. So, to be honest, wherever you appear here could decide whether you win or lose the tournament. So it's actually quite a big job, and I'm a little bit nervous that I might have got one of the names wrong or missed a name or something like that. So hopefully I haven't. I'm now going to switch to full screen so you can see everything. So yeah, this is going to be drawn random. We're going to draw it from a list. We're going to use this website called Wheel of Names. And obviously this is going to be for the World Series 2019 tournament. So the prize pool so far, I believe, is on $600. That'll be split probably between first, second, and third. Maybe even fourth. I think usually there's a fourth place, and I think also usually they do like a. Sometimes they do. I'm not guaranteeing it, but sometimes there's a prize for someone who a random person who completes all their games. It kind of encourages you to complete all of your games. So. Just turning my volume down so I can hear. Basically, this is the forum. So everybody who fought during September 2019 on the ladder, this is how the ladder finished. And I think it was the top 100 people were eligible to enter. So this is the top 100 that entered. Sergeant Phalanx, for example, only just getting in there. But, for example, there's only 32 spaces, I think. So the top 32 players, let's say everyone in the top 32 entered, then everyone below that wouldn't. Of course, everybody in the top 32 is not going to enter. So, for example, this Melkor guy, I'm pretty sure he didn't enter Rebel Power. Actually, Rebel Power was that, I think that was Freestyler. Actually, yeah, did Freestyler play twice? I'm pretty sure that was Freestyler. I played under the name Blue Steel, wherever that is, number 16. Exile played, Boyka played, so you can kind of see all these players. Not sure who Hammer was. I think I did find out, but I actually can't remember who. Someone maybe let me know in the chat who was Hammer. Was that? It wasn't Freestyler as well, was it? Was Freestyler really trying hard to get in the top? Big Oink is Logica, position number 2. I see CNC HD in the chat is saying first place gets $290, second place gets $190, third place $90, and a random person will get 30 who completes all of their games. So Caro is playing as well. If I flick back to this that I've built, so CNC HD made this background and made this bracket and everything, but what I've done is labeled all the players on their own layer. So for example, when we do a draw in a second, I will just drag that player's name. So let's say it's me, and I'll go into position number 1. I might have to use the eraser. You're going to see my super professional Photoshop skills. You would think with some of the content I produce, I was actually be pretty good on Photoshop, but actually I'm pretty bad, so I might end up embarrassing myself. Another reason why I'm pretty nervous to be drawing this. Okay, so that's the bracket. Let's see what else I need to explain. So that's all the players that would have been eligible to enter. I've just told you the prize money. And this is now all the players that are confirmed. So all of these players here from 1 to 32. Position 1 to 32. So we've got Freestyler finished top, Logica number 2, Scuba. And next to all the players that are considered a game replays expert, you've got the expert badge, so Logica, Scuba, Caro, me, Size, Herb, Sexy. Those are kind of players that you want to watch out for. But I would argue, because people like Herb, even though he's considered a 0-hour expert, debatable, but even though he's considered a 0-hour expert.
So hot. You gotta love him. Danny, smiley face.
Yo, man, cheers for the donation. I think that's Kevin. I'll never try and pronounce your full name because I actually don't know how to say it. Yeah, no rage. I saw someone say in the chat there is no rage. So yeah, the players with 0-hour expert are probably the players to watch out for, but because people like Herb, probably people like Herb and Caro, probably because they're a little bit inactive. Actually, I think Caro has been active this month. People like Freestyler, Fargo, Boyka, these players with top player next to them, you probably want to watch out for them, because I would argue probably if Freestyler and Herb played right now, probably Freestyler would win. I'd be picking that anyway, but yeah, so anyone with a thing next to me you probably want to be watching out for, and probably you don't want to be drawn versus them in round one if you want to be going a little bit further in the tournament. So yeah, that's all the players that entered. So I got freestylers from Israel, Logica UK, Netherlands. Got a nice variety. How many from UK have we got? So we got Jundi from England, a few US there, US, Bowser, quite a few US actually. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but US looks like the biggest. Kiltol, number 22. Some of these names I don't recognize, so I asked CNCHD before if we'd spotted any players that had potentially, like, old pros that had come back on like a Smurf account or something. And Reznov, pretty much know who he is. Exile, Roll. It's people like Stars. Don't know who that guy is. He's from Russia. Then again, some of these names you don't know if they've actually given the correct name as well. Like this guy, never heard of him. Zoporez, never heard of him. And then, for example, any of these players that pull out, it looks like these are the backups. So Lakeys we got down at number, he entered under number 73, but he's in position 36. So it would take quite a few people to drop out for these subs to replace him for like someone like him to get in there. So yeah, I'll show you now how this is going to work. So I've got this wheel of names. So I wanted to make this as epic and as entertaining as possible. But actually, this is pretty much how it's going to go right now. I'll do you a dummy run to show you how this is going to work, first of all. This is just a dummy run. This means absolutely nothing. And then you'll hear the cheer. And then there's a little whoop. You see the random guy with loads and loads of energy, loads and loads of enthusiasm. So that was just a dummy run. What I will do when we do this for real, I will click remove. So the way this is going to work then, so we've got 7 experts, or 7 game replays considered experts. I have then labeled the top players in orange, experts in red, and everybody else in yellow. Don't take this like this means who's going to win or anything like that. You can easily get one of the outsiders. Firelord, for example, really strong player. There's no reason why like someone like Reznov or Sonic or Exile puts their head to it and gets a pretty comfortable route to the final, why they can't take a first or second place. So this absolutely doesn't mean that much, but it's what Game Replays considers to be the experts. And then also I kind of agree with them to also be the top players the next row. So the guys in red, it's probably the guys you don't want to go against, especially Size in round 1. You don't want to be going against him in Size against Size in round 1. Notice there's only 2 players in here with full capitals. That is Size and Roll, just because Roll is just as epic as Size. So the first thing that's going to happen then, so I'm going to put them 7 experts onto the wheel, which are already on the wheel. I've then got a text list of all the other players, and they're going to go on the wheel too. But the first 7 experts are going to be dotted around. This is not my rules or anything like that. Before anyone starts complaining, this is all done by Game Replays, and it's basically to ensure that, like, for example, Size versus Logic or Size versus Caro, 2 of the top players in the tournament, don't play against each other in the first round. So they're going to be dotted around. So first of all, I'm going to draw expert 1. So I will go onto my list, I will click it, and whoever lands first is going to be expert 1. And I'm going to use the eraser to rub that out, and I'm going to drag the player into that box. Any questions, by the way, let me know in the chat. If this doesn't make sense or anything, or I'm explaining it badly, let me know and I'll re-go over it. So that'll be expert 1. Then I will spin the wheel again. I will reveal expert 2, and then, for example, let's say that's Logica. I will then drag them into it. What I'm thinking at the moment, the best place for one of the experts to land is probably in expert 7 position, or the one that I will draw in 7th. HK is saying, is there not experts? Is there not 8 experts? Nah, I think there's only 7. We are missing people like Crazy and Google, who, in my opinion, are should be playing and would make up that 8th expert position. So yeah, we'll draw all of them all the way up to position number 7. So then all of those will be allocated a space, and then we will do the rest. I've allocated these in orange, but they're all going to be done in the same hat or whatever you want to call it. So does that make sense to everyone? Is there anything I haven't explained? I think the only thing I'm missing is like whether it'll be, so in total it'll be 32 players. So that means there's 1, 2, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds, and then the final. And there will also be a third place as well. There is money to play for that as well. And for anyone who completes all their games, so let's say for example you have 2 first easy rounds and you win, and then your next round is against Size, and you think, oh, I'm not going to win, I'm not going to play, then you will not be eligible to win the person who completed all their games prize. For example, I think it's $20 or $30. Size said, CNCHD said in the chat. So yeah, I think I've explained everything. The only thing I'm not aware of yet is what maps will be played, and also whether it will be like best of 7. Usually it is a best of 7 for the first couple of rounds. I think maybe best of 5, I'm not sure. And then also what maps. So anyone who's been following my channel recently, or anyone who's been on like game replays, will have seen that there's loads of new maps in the Gentool pack now. So as soon as you get Gentool, by going to gentool.net, download Gentool 7.8, and you will automatically download all the new maps. I would love it if in the World Series, if any of the admins listening, I know SCNCHD is, and he's one of the decision makers, I'd love to see some of the new maps, because who likes to see Tournament Desert played for every single final, for example? Wouldn't it be cool to see at least like half of the maps played in on these new ones that have been imported to Gentool? Alright, cool. I'm not seeing any questions in the chat, so I think everybody is pretty much on track with what's going on. So if everybody's in agreement, we will kick off and we will do name number 1. So as I said before, we'll do the first 7 experts first of all, and then I will show you the list of the next players, so you can see there. Those are the next ones that I will then paste into here. So every time one's drawn, I'm going to remove that name, obviously, and then we're going to draw it. So if there isn't any questions, everyone fully understands, then we are going to draw name number 1. So it'll be expert number 1 going up here. Seeing some people agree with their map thing. CNCHD says he wants to see 0 hour carrier is over. I feel pretty late to the party with that joke on the carrier is over. It was Gemmaster meaning his career is over. I didn't get that for like literally 12 months, maybe even longer. All right, cool. So we are going to kick off. Right, expert number 1. I'm going to rub out here. Now you're going to see my professional skills. Oh, for fuck's sake, why can I not erase that? This is where everything's going to go badly. I'm just going to save this before I screw it. I think it's because... So, why... Oh, there we go. Oh, it's gone transparent behind. Okay. Right, this is why it's going to be absolutely horrendous. Right, we're going to reveal expert number 1. Look how professional this... Look how professional this is going to be. Right, expert number 1. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players, which match 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players. All the names match there, so we are going to now spin. This is going to be for real, and then whoever's name we're going to drag into position number 1. This doesn't mean actually too much. It's more who gets drawn next to them is probably going to be the problem. So, like, for example, if this is Size and you get drawn next to him, then God rest your soul. All right, cool. We are going to spin it then. We are going to spin. We are going to spin. This is for expert number 1. It looks like I'm coming round Scuba. It's going to be Scuba. It is going to be Scuba. So we're going to remove him from the list now. So you'll notice that drops down. That becomes bigger. And we are going to drag Scuba into position number 1. Oh, for fuck's sake. You see my skills here. So I need to find Scuba. I'm going to drag him into position number 1. I'm sorry this looks bad. My skills. How do I get rid of the transparent background? I think I have to add a layer, but I'm so bad with layers, I don't really know. So I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to let CNC HD sort this out. Right, okay, so expert number 2, so who will eventually possibly be going up against Scuba if he wins all his rounds. So we're going to reveal expert number 2. Scuba's name definitely been... So you see, if I accidentally don't remove Scuba and it lands on Scuba, I've messed it up again, see, so I've got to be very careful I'm spinning this correctly every time. Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready? Expert number 2. Okay, it's not going to be me. It's going to be Sexy. I'm going to wait for the random enthusiastic guy. Yeah, there he is. Woo! Right, okay, remove Sexy. You see, I almost click close. Sexy. Okay, Sexy. If you win all of your rounds, you will potentially be going up against Scuba if he wins all of his rounds as well. But oh shit, not there. See, the pressure is on. Expert number 2, I need to rub him out. Oh man, is there a way I can just paint? Nah, I'm gonna just rub it out. CNC HD, I'm sorry man, you're just gonna have to sort this out later. I'm sure you can do it better than me. Sexy is there. It was sexy. Right, Sexy's going there. I know it doesn't look that professional, but that's fine. Right, okay, expert number 3. So expert number 3 will potentially not be going against Scuba or Sexy until the semi-final, providing they win all of their games. So without further ado, who have we got left? We've got Caro, Size, Herb, me, or Logica. We're going to spin. Oh, this one's going to be Size. This one is going to be Size. Okay, it's going to be Size. So we're going to remove Size from the list. Only got 4 left now. This is looking pretty good for me, coming in position 7. Expert number 3. See, I'm getting confused now. I need to start rubbing out again. This is super, super professional. Anyone know how to get rid of that? The transparent thing behind. How can I add a layer? Actually, I'm not going to mess around with it. So we've got Size. Oh, for God's sake. You see how bad I am. Where is Size? There we go, Size. Okay, expert number 4 is going to be now. Oh, this is either going to be me or Herb. This is going to be Herb. This is looking good for me coming in position number 7. This is looking good. We're going to remove Herb from the list. So that pretty much rules Herb out of the final. Of course, unless he can make it past Size. If anyone can knock Size out, I'm sure Herb has got a decent chance. Herb has got a lot of confidence, and when he puts his mind to it, I'm sure he can. I'm sure he can beat. I'm sure he can beat Size. It just depends if he practices and if he goes in with. If he goes over. Goes into the games with confidence. If he goes in and he's nervous or starts making mistakes and stuff, then obviously he's not gonna win. But he has the potential to knock out Size. He's a 0-hour expert for a reason. Okay, so me, Logica, and Caro are going to end up somewhere on the right hand side. Expert number 5 is going to be spun now. Is this going to be me? It's looking like it is going to be me. So I'm going to face at least one expert before the final. It's going to be Caro or Logica, so it's not going to be easy. I'm going to remove me now, and I am going to go in expert number 5 position. So I need to get me. Where's me? I'm going to drag me into my position. Okay, so who will I go against? This is not going to be easy, whoever this lands on. I think I'd probably rather play Caro. But it's going to be Logica. So probably end up playing Logica at some point. Going to remove him from the list. It doesn't actually make a difference. But Logica is going to be an expert position number 6. Right, I need to rub some stuff out again. Where is the rubber? That is the question. Oh, I'm on the rubber, that's why. Okay, so I now need to get hold of Logica and drag him into that position. Whether that was a Logica or whether that was Caro, that was going to be hard games anyway. Caro is renowned for being an absolute beast, especially when he's active and playing, which I believe he is at the moment. But yeah, as Google said in the chat, Caro has got a relatively... Well, according to this, it should be an easier route to the final, according to who is expert. We're going to spin this anyway, just for a laugh. Is it going to be Caro? Is it going to be a thin black line? Thin black line, almost. If it landed on the thin black line, do I have to draw it again, or is that Caro is out? Okay, so we're going to remove Caro, and that is it for the experts. So we're going to get Caro. We're going to drag him. Oh no, wait, we need to rub some stuff out again. So annoying. Gonna rub this. Caro. And then drag him into this list. Okay, so where would you rather be? Would you... There's no, like, super group of death, apart from... Obviously, you look at size, but... I don't know, you don't really want to start anywhere near size. Ideally, you don't want to start anywhere there. Logica's tough, Caro's tough. You're going to end up fighting someone tough at some point, no matter where you are, but probably the position you don't want to start in is right next to size. Right next to the Logica, right next to Caro. Right next to me, I'll make you my bitch. Wouldn't mind starting next to Herb, that's no problem. And Scuba. Scuba's on and off. Scuba sometimes plays on fire and sometimes he doesn't play that great. I think recently he's been playing really good. Okay, so now we're going to do everyone else. So here's the list of guys. So I've drawn... There's 32 in total. I've drawn 7, so technically there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. I have to double check because if I mess this up and mess someone's name out, then it's not going to work. So there's a massive load of names in there now. And they're pretty much all going to be picked from all of these lot, whether you're orange or whether you're yellow. Orange is just highlighting some of the stronger players at the moment, but it's going to be drawn from this whole lot. So first of all, we're going to draw this position right next to Scuba. So not really, probably the places you want to be starting is probably down here. You don't really want to be starting next to one of the players in red, in my opinion. But somewhere in the middle might make you like to the quarterfinals, so... I don't know. Right, let's see. Scuba, to play against Scuba in round 1, we are going to spin the wheel. Who's it going to be? It looks like it's going to be Roll or Sonic. Sonic, actually. Sonic versus Scuba in game number 1. That's going to be pretty good. So Sonic, I think, is a... Is he a Russian? Yeah, he's from Russia. He's in position number 9. Where's Sonic? So Sonic is one of the guys in yellow, but he's probably one of the better guys in yellow, I think. But he seems to play a lot, but his level seems to be stuck at a level and doesn't seem to increase a lot. Maybe it's because I don't know if he plays a lot with just the Russian community on like Hamachi and Game Ranger. I do see him online sometimes. But I'd like to see him do better. Let's see how he's going to do against Scuba in round number 1. So we're going to reveal this position now. Eventually you'll play against Scuba or Sonic. So back to our wheel. We're going to remove Sonic. Remove. Just making sure I'm doing this 100% correct. Okay, so who's going to be next. So the position next is going to be against Scuba or Sonic, but you're not against an expert in round 1. This is not a bad position to have. Reznov, Amin MC. Who remembers Amin MC from his epic game against Tasmani in the last one? He was actually destroying Taz, and then Taz, I think, did a comeback, an epic comeback. So Amin MC, I'm looking forward to seeing his games, actually. And I know he watches the channel. I don't know if he's in the chat now, but I'm a fan of Amin MC. I like him. We're going to remove him from the list, and then we're going to find Amin MC and drag him over here. Okay, so that's Amin MC. The next position will be for going up against Amin MC in round 1. We've removed him from the list now. We're going to go again. Nick Pine is saying that we're underestimating Sonic, and he's actually tough. He is tough, but it's when he goes up against the tough opponents, like Scuba, for example. I would like to see him do well against... I don't know if he's beaten an expert level player before, but we've got Reznov now. Reznov. This is actually going to be a couple of first good games, I think. We're going to remove Reznov. Going to get Reznov. Where is Reznov? Where is Reznov? Reznov, is he also Russian? Where is Reznov? Reznov from Turkey. So Reznov against Amin MC in round 1, Scuba against Sonic in round 1, and then the winners of that will play against each other. So let me know in the comments who you think is going to win that. I think statistically you're going to have to pick Scuba, but I think there's a few there. Reznov is not bad. I've been playing him recently. He's not bad. I heard it recently. He actually did pretty well against Logica. I think he was on like 4-5 against Logica. That's what someone said in my chat. I don't know if it's true. Amin MC, I'm like I said before, I'm a big fan, and especially if he's practicing and playing 1v1 on the ladder. I haven't seen him on the ladder, and also Sonic, but yeah. Let's continue. Let's just make sure I've removed everyone. If I have, I'll just remove them anyway. If I landed them again by mistake. Exile, looks like it's going to be Exile. That random enthusiastic guy again. Woo! We've got Exile. None of the top players have been picked out yet. Where is Exile? Easier now, I don't have to rub out some stuff. My Photoshop skills are absolutely horrendous. Right, okay. Up against Exile in round 1 is gonna be... Peter or Owen cover. Looks like it's gonna be Owen cover. Is he Russian as well? I need to check. Owen cover. Owen cover is Ukraine. Where is Owen cover? He's here. Where is he on my list? He's down here somewhere. Still no top players chosen so far. Where the hell is Owen cover? Oh, there he is. Okay then, so to play against Sexy in round 1, I have a feeling this is going to be one of the top players, and this is going to be, a top player has not been yet. Statistically, we are due one, so Sexy or Size, whoever comes next, you do not really want to be, you don't want to be drawn next, just put it that way. You don't really want to be drawn. If you are drawn, you want to be drawn now, and not the second one, because Sexy I don't think is active at the moment. But he did knock me out of the last World Series pretty convincingly. This is going to be Firelord. That's actually going to be... There's some pretty good games in the first round of this. Sexy versus Firelord. That's going to be good. I'm going to still pick Sexy. Again, statistically, he's a 0-hour expert. And statistically, again, should win. But Firelord... on his day is definitely not something to look past 100%. So Sexy's going to have to make sure he's on form. I'm going to pick Sexy to win, but I don't think he'll go with a clean sweep. I think Firelord will take some games off him. But again, if all of these games are random, then Army Look could take an impact. So for example, if Sexy gets Stealth, China versus Stealth a lot of times, there's no reason why some of these considered weaker players shouldn't be able to take some of these stronger players like Freestyler, Boyka, Fargo, Peter, and all that. Okay, this is the name of death. This is the draw of death. Whoever is drawn next, God rest your soul, rest in peace, because you're going to be going against Size in round 1. So got a few people in the chat saying please roll, please it be roll. There are 2 players only in capital letters, so I don't know, should we shuffle it a little bit? I think we can shuffle. We're going to shuffle it a little tiny bit. So God help you here, okay? Who's it going to be? It's going to be Boyka in round 1. It's going to be Boyka in round 1. It's Boyka. Unlucky Boyka. I think he's from USA, if I'm not mistaken. He is from USA, considered one of the top players. And it is going to be Boyka. Unlucky, my man. Oh, not Bowser. I clicked on Bowser by mistake. It is going to be Boyka. Unlucky man, what can I say? If there's some of the players that are going to be taking out Size in round 1, it's going to be one of these guys in orange. So that's going to be an epic game number 1. So hopefully Boyka goes in with supreme confidence, because that's what you're going to need. I don't want to see any bunkering or anything like that. Full out aggression against Size. Take him out early. That's my words of advice. But God rest your soul anyway. We'll be thinking about you on the other side. Okay, so next, you will probably be eventually going up against Size or Boyka, should he take him out. We have removed everyone. We're going to click next. Bowser. Yeah, Bowser. So we got Bowser from also USA. This guy's a bit of a flamer, from what I've seen, from my experience. And also he's a bit of a mixed bag as well. Sometimes I see Bowser and he's playing really well. I don't know if it's like on DEF CON games and like team games, 2v2v2 or 3v3. Sometimes in 1v1. I think he's one of them guys. He reminds me a bit of like Alpine. Remember Alpine, the crazy German guy? He's like, he's actually a really good player if he just puts his mind to it and plays 0 hour. But quite often you'll see him doing things like no ecos, all out rushes, and if he loses his first unit, he just quits. That's kind of my experience. Yeah, I don't know. I might be wrong, but I think that's the guy. I think he's not very friendly. Okay, up against Bowser. Probably, I think if you go against Bowser in round 1, I don't think that's a great round 1, because I do think Bowser is good. It just depends if he puts his mind to it or not. But let's see who this is going to be. Roll. Yeah, roll. Oh, almost El Nino, but it was roll. Going to remove roll from the list. Where is roll from? Roll is from Jordan. I think he might be the only player from Jordan, actually. Where is roll? Roll's here. Okay, roll against Bowser in round 1. We got some pretty good games. Scuba against Sonic round 1. Firelord against Sexy in round 1. Boyka and Size in round 1. Bowser and Roll against round 1 in round 1. I think there's going to be some good games. I think if Size is going to get knocked out, though, he's going to get knocked out in round 1. I don't think the players in round 2 are capable. Well, anyone's capable. I just think Size has got more chance of being knocked out by Boyka rather than in round 2. But let's see. Okay, where are we? So to play potentially against Herb. It's going to be the next one. Peter Spessesbecker? Is that how you say it? and he is from Germany, so you'll know him. He's been on a couple of my videos or streams. We've been in like voice chat. Pretty good guy and a decent player as well, and a tryharder. I'm sure he won't mind me saying that, but he's enthusiastic about the win. Oh, he's one of the top players. He's not going to fit. I'm going to try and reduce his size. Something more like his penis size. Okay, yeah, his massive name compensates for something else. Okay, to go against Peter in round number 1. This is not an easy round 1 either, to be honest. Peter, as I said, when he puts his mind to it, which usually he does, I think he actually recently won a tournament as well that had kind of people like Freestyler and Boyka and stuff like that in. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty hard round 1. Tara Basile is saying Control and T. Control and T, I'll have to see what that does. Modka Fox, he actually messaged me the other day for a game, but I, unfortunately, I'm going to say he missed his message, but actually I ignored him. I'm sorry, Modka Fox, about that. I'm going to play you, well, potentially in the World Series if you make it past. Oh, I didn't remove him, did I? I didn't remove him. I'm going to remove him now. There we go, he's removed. Modka Fox, where is he from? He is from Lebanon. The guy called HSN Lev, is he from Lebanon? Yeah, we've got 2 players from Lebanon. We've got any others from Lebanon? There's a flag. Has it got a tree in the middle? They're the only 2 players from Lebanon. That's Modka Fox, and he is gonna go here. Yeah, in my opinion, that's not an easy round 1. There's quite a few not easy round 1s, to be honest. I know I keep saying it, but against Peter, probably someone you don't really want to be going against in round 1. Like I said, it's not going to be an easy, super easy game. Okay, so next is up against Herb in round 1. Probably also a player you don't want to be against in round 1. Mind you, I keep saying that. Who don't you want to play in round 1? There's not many names. Okay, Herb. Against Herb, even. Okay, we're going to shuffle. Gonna shuffle. One more time. Okay, against Herb in round number 1. Spinning now. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? El Nino. El Nino played last year, if I'm not mistaken, and played probably the year before, I think. El Nino is from Syria. He's from Syria. I never knew that. Hopefully there's still some safe parts in Syria. I see Syria on the news all the time, and there's obviously loads of fighting and wars going on. So hopefully his internet connection doesn't get cut off by a US bomb or something like that. During the games, at least like out of courtesy, just wait until if you just tell the Americans, Boyka, if you can tell Trump just to drop the bombs after his games are done, not during, that would be massively appreciated. El Nino against Herb in round number 1. So that's the whole left side complete. So yeah, the players going up against the experts. Sonic is going to have a hard time. Firelord's going to have a hard time. Boyka's going to have a hard time. Although I'm most looking forward to that in round 1 so far. Herb versus El Nino. El Nino's going to be in for a difficult ride there, I think, if Herb is even remotely switched on. Herb is a good player. But yeah, El Nino's certainly capable of taking out Herb, I think. Let's see if he's able to go into the games of confidence and take down Herb. Okay, so, wow, it's going to be against me in the next one. I think we're due an orange. We've had 2 so far. We are due an orange at some point. Hopefully I'm not against Fargo and Freestyler, because I've only played about 10 games a month at the moment, so I don't fancy going out in round 1. Although I am supposed to be practicing. Okay, so against me in round number 1. It's going to be Freestyler, isn't it? Or Kazari. No, it's going to be Freestyler. in round number 1. Going to remove him. Freestyler is from Israel. Where is Freestyler? Yeah, didn't really want Freestyler for round 1, to be honest. I wanted to warm up nicely, but I suppose if I'm ever going to be taking down players like Size or Logica, you've got to go through these players at some point, so I'm going to have to get back on form and take down Freestyler. Should be some good first games. Okay, so potentially against me or Freestyler, should either of us progress, will be this next player. Is that Kazari? Is that how I'm supposed to say that? Kazari? I think so. Guessing it's Arabic. I don't understand Arabic, but I know you see numbers in there sometimes. We've got Kazari. Where the hell is he? I might be blind. I can't see today. There he is. US? Okay, I didn't know he's from US. I thought it was going to be an Arabic state. So Kazari is here. He is, and he is going to be potentially, if he makes it through round 1, he's going to be potentially against me or Freestyler. Okay, next. So to play Kazari in round 1, I hope I'm saying that right. These are the players that are left. Don't really probably want it to be Fargo. Fargo's probably one of the stronger players left here now. Okay, a guy I haven't heard of. I don't know if that's supposed to be 0 Hour Operez or if it's supposed to be Zoporez. I don't know. I think he's the Russian guy though, because he looked at his flag a minute ago. Okay, we're going to remove him from the list. Just check, he is from Russia. He came in at number 20. Sorry, he came in ranked 25, but he's position number 20 based on who was actually checked in. So Zoporez or Zoporez. Where is he in the list? That is the question. Okay, so yeah, so far on this side of this top right of the bracket, you've got me, Freestyler, Logica, so there's going to be a bit of a fight in this kind of part of the bracket, at least. Well, for me, it's round 1. But yeah, there's going to be some big fights around here. Okay, who's next? Let's spice it up and put Fargo in there. Let's see. If we put Fargo in there, there's potentially one of the toughest groups. Ooh, is it going to be Fargo? No, SPL just. Okay, we're going to remove SPL. Going to check where he's from. I think he's from Russia. He's from Russia. And we're going to get SPL and we're going to drag him over here. Yeah, typically in brackets, people like to say, oh, where's the group of death? Where's the group of death? I don't know. What do you think is the group of death so far? I think when I saw Size, it was going to be group of death here. But because Size and Boyka play pretty soon, I think out of that, you can pretty much guarantee that Size is going to come out of that, I think. I think the group of death actually might be mine, because I've got to go against Freestyler and then potentially Logica to get through. And potentially, I reckon Fargo's going to come out here too. But I don't know. Where do you think the group of death is forming so far? If Fargo comes here, I don't think you can say this is going to be the group of death, because there's going to be no top players in there apart from Sakaro. Yeah, let me know. Okay, so this is the players we've got left. We're going to spin another time. Cristiano. When I actually put in his name, I actually put Cristiano and didn't notice it for ages. But luckily I fixed it just before the stream. Cristiano is also from Syria. Okay, another one who's got to watch his connection. If he disconnects, what's your rule for that? CNCHD? No, it's not funny. Cristiano is going against SPL in round number 1. Okay, Logica. This is a player you don't want to go against in round number 1. So if it's Fargo, potentially going to have some epic games in round number 1. Fargo's not coming around. It is going to be Afezipal. Don't know who he is. From Germany. I don't know who he is. Honestly, I don't know what to say about him. But if we have a look at Logica's route, let's say he gets past this guy, because I don't know who he is. It could be some undercover. Could be some undercover guy. I think Logica's got a pretty comfortable route to the semi-final. Of course, any of these players are capable of taking out anyone. Anything can happen on the day. Army luck or a superb play. Logica can have an off day or whatever. But statistically, according to probably most popular opinion, Logica should progress to there. And then if I get past Freestyler, hopefully I can progress to there too. But so yeah, also got to think it from Size's point of view. He's actually got to go through 2 hard players as well. He's got to go through Boyka in round 1. And potentially Peter or Herb in one of the later rounds as well. So, who's got the most comfortable position? I think probably Caro. Well, Caro is going to go against Fargo at some point. Okay, so to go against Caro in round number 1, let's see. It's going to be Jundi. Oh, unlucky, man. Unlucky. Also, God rest your soul. Where is he? Jundi. Where is he from? I think he's yeah, he's the guy from England, isn't he? Yeah, he's from England. Jundi, poor Jundi. Don't worry, Jundi, we'll be waiting for you on the other side. Just going to straighten Caro's name a little bit, because it makes a massive difference. Someone say Control and T. Is that going to... Nah, Control and T is transform. Okay, so I lost concentration now. Next in line is... Let's just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Thank God for that. It all matches. Quadruple actually did play in the last World Series, or the World Series before, because I remember casting some of his games. So we're going to remove him from the list. We're going to check where Quadruple is from. He is from Netherlands. Okay, I thought there was a France flag, but France is different colours in different order, I think. Yeah, I think white is last, maybe. Yeah, he's from Netherlands. I need to learn my flags. Quadruple. Where is he in the list? Quadruple. Philip Nelson says, who are the best American players? Firelord and Boyka. According to this list, I would say Firelord and Boyka. I think Boyka probably is the better on the list. I think Bowser isn't bad. I think he was from US as well. Okay, so where's Fargo going to appear? Is Fargo going to be next? Let's see. It looks like it's going to be Stars. Yes, Stars. Oh no, Staz. Sorry, Staz. Staz. Removing from the list, we've got Staz. He's from Russia. Again, I never heard of him. I kind of hope some of these players are actually fake and not really from Russia. I kind of hope it's like Xcal or something. Obviously, Xcal's from the UK, or I hope it's like Hawkeye or I don't know, Spalding or Blind or one of these old pro players. I hope we've got at least like one fake player in. But then again, I've never heard of Staz. He could be absolutely epic. But generally, if you haven't heard of him or you haven't seen him on the ladder, generally it's not going to be one of the experts or something like that undercover. But I don't know. Let's see. Okay, who's next? We've got Fargo left. We've got Pepsi, HSN Leb, and Kiltol. I've never heard of Kiltol either. Kiltol is going to be next. Going to remove him from the list. We're going to see where he's from. Kiltol is from Australia. Zoomed out, those two flags, New Zealand and Australia, they look awfully alike. I think they are awfully alike. I think they've both got the British flag on them, but yeah, they do look awfully alike, especially zoomed out there. So that's Kiltol. Kiltol. Okay, so Kiltol, will you be going against Fargo in round number 1? Let's see. I think Pepsi's pretty good as well, actually. And I think HSN Leb's pretty good too. But I think Fargo's the strongest out here. It's probably looking like it's going to be Fargo. Yeah, it is. So Fargo, I think I know he's from the UK. I think I don't know if he or his family originate from Lithuania. I think he did. He changed his thing to Lithuania, yeah. But I know he resides in the UK at least. Well, I think so anyway. Fargo. It's going to appear here. So Kiltol, unless you bring out your A game, that's going to be a really tough first game against Fargo. As I said, the guys in orange are considered top players, but this is how the bracket is looking so far. But yeah, Kiltol better bring his A game to the table. Okay, Pepsi and HSN Leb, you are no doubt going to be going against each other. I don't think it actually matters where you appear, but we're going to do it anyway. It says Pepsi, and I think it's the colours of Pepsi as well, the actual drink. HSN Leb is going to be next. I'm going to remove him from the list. Where is Leb? There he is, and he is from Lebanon. Clues in the name. And then we're going to spin for Pepsi as well. Might as well do it all in one. What happens if it lands on a thin black line? I want to know, man. Please. I want to know what happens if it lands on that thin black line. What happens? Okay, so HSN Leb was first. HSN Leb and Pepsi. Bracket complete, guys. Bracket complete. So I don't know. Got a few questions for you then. Which one do you think is the bracket of death, or the side of the bracket? So like that part there is all kind of one segment. Do you think that is the bracket of death, or do you think this bottom right? So I suppose you've got Caro, Fargo. I think it's nicely spread actually. According to this is supposedly the bracket of death. I suppose you've got Size and Boyka, but they're going to play each other in round 1, so it's not like they're spread out. But then again, you've got Peter, Herb, all strong players. So I don't know. I think the bracket of death is either that bottom left or this top right. But then again, me and Freestyle are playing each other, so it's just kind of whoever gets out of that first one, then they're the ones you probably don't want to be looking forward to playing. So, I mean, yeah, who's got the worst route to the final? I don't think I've got it that easy. Freestyler in round 1 and then potentially Logica later on, providing I make it through. Then again, is this Afez Ipel guy, Undercover or something like that, going to be the guy to knock out Logica in round 1? Caro and Jundy, I don't think Jundy's got it very easy. I also don't think Boyka's got it very easy, as I said before. I suppose Fargo's got probably not a bad route to the semi-final, but then he's got to get past Caro. I think Fargo or Caro is going to get through there. I think it's going to be me, Freestyler, or Logica going to make it through to the final there. I'm going to have to start practicing if I'm going to beat Freestyler, because I think he, out of the last 30 days, he's probably positive against me. Herb, has he got a decent route to the final? Well, he's going to be Size or Boyka in his way at one point. Then again, Size doesn't actually have that much of an easy route to the final either. Size versus Boyka in round number 1. Boyka brings his absolute A game, doesn't stream the games, just puts his 100% focus, has no distractions around, has no kids running up and down stairs, which I always hear on his live stream. 100% focus and practices like an 2-hour warm-up or something. There's no reason why Boyka can't take him out of round 1. So looking forward to those games. Sexy versus Firelord going to be pretty good as well. Scuba, Sonic round 1. There's loads of pretty good round 1s, and then obviously round 2 is going to be where it spices up. So that'll be round 2, that line. Round 3, semi-final. So you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, see my skills. You're going to see 5 rounds of games, 5 being the grand final, and then you're going to see a third place as well. So, yeah, Marion's saying Dominator versus Logic it is coming. I honestly wouldn't be so confident about me beating Freestyler at present. To be honest, Freestyler is a good player. Boyka did beat him recently though, so I don't know. So yeah, that pretty much wraps this up then, guys. There's all the players again, and their countries, who are the 0 hour experts and top players. If you want to see this bracket or see any developments, as I said, $600 in the prize pool. If you want to see it all, this is the address, gamereplays.org /community. Go to the 0 hour section, and you basically come to here on this screen. And then you basically, here's the announcement about today's live draw, but you basically want to go down to here. This is the discussion, and inside of there is where everything is. There's going to be, I think, various streamers. I think the famous Zezon, aka Stanislav, is going to be back streaming some games. If I get knocked out pretty early, I'll probably be streaming some games. But yeah, I think there'll be various streamers. You can see all the chat if you wanna browse through and have a look at what's going on. So yeah, I didn't read the chat. Who's thinking about what will be the group of death? I didn't see anyone saying which is the hardest group. Oh, I see a Fezzy Pal is in the chat. He said I made a good joke. I can't remember what joke I made now. I hope I didn't offend you. Jan Olaf says, who is ranked number 1 in the world? You have to say it's Size at the moment. Probably of all time and probably at the moment as well. He beat Logica recently, 7-4, 7-5, I think. 7-5 in the end. But an indication of who the top players are. I think Size is number 1. Then everybody in red is going to be hard. I think Caro is a super top player. I wouldn't mind seeing Caro versus Logica. That'd be some good games. Chris Hack is saying do a prediction. Shall I do a prediction? Should we all do a prediction? I tell you what, why don't we run a little competition? So actually, I could organize this in my Discord channel. So this is my Discord channel. So if you're on the stream right now, look in the description. There's an invite link to Discord. Install Discord. It's a little chat program you can kind of see in here. This is my channel where everyone is. There's loads of lobbies. You can post some screenshots. You can find games and stuff like that. You can talk to people. At one point, I will be entering these game chats and allow people to chat with me. You can have a group discussion and stuff like that. But why don't we create a new section in here called predictions? Actually, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it now. World Series 2019 predictions. What I'll do, I'll leave that open for everyone to make their predictions in there, and then whoever is closest at the end, I will judge. Whoever is closest at the end and gets the most games right all the way to the final and third place, whoever gets the most, you get points for whoever wins, and you'll get points for having the exact correct score or the closest scores as well. Why don't we do that, and then I will arrange a prize so everyone can submit their submit an image in here, like a JPEG or whatever. Submit your image in here of who you think is going to win, and I will arrange an epic prize for you sent to your house for whoever has the most accurate. You can see we've got people joining now. Actually, whoever's got the most accurate prediction. I'm going to do it now live on stream. Let's have a go whilst we're here. Whilst we've got almost 300 viewers, and might as well have a go. I'm going to save as so I don't screw this. So we've got stream. I'm going to call this my prediction. Okay. Well, the thing is, I don't know if it's best of 5. I don't know if it's I don't know what it is. Should I just pick wins and losses, or should I go with score? I'm going to assume it's best of 7s all the way through to like the semi-final. That's what I'm going to assume. Okay, so now I need to I don't know if I'm better doing this on paint, because I'm so bad on how do I just draw? How do I just draw something? That is the question. See, I don't know what the hell that is doing. I might be better doing this in paint. I'm so bad on this. It's not even funny. Do I want to save that? Yes, just in case. Okay, bracket stream. Right, I need to save this as an image, and then I'm gonna put it in. So I'm gonna do a prediction live on stream. Right, JPEG. Save it as a JPEG. Yeah, save. I really need to get better at Photoshop. Right, and now, because I know how to use Paint, it's not that sophisticated, see? Video editing and all kinds of stuff like that, yeah, sure, but when it comes to Photoshop, I learned something, and then like a few months later, I completely forget it. Big Hazenberg says it's going to be Size versus Dominator in the final. I'm not going to probably predict that. I'm probably, because I've not been playing recently, I'm going to predict, one of my predictions is I'm going to be knocked out here, so be prepared for that. Right, okay, Sonic versus Scuba in round number 1. Who do I think is going to win? I am going to go with, I'm going to put the score in, yeah, blue. Right, so I'm going to go with Scuba here. Let me get a better blue. Or yellow. What color? How do I just edit colors? Should I go bright green? Just want to do something that's visible. Right, I'm going to go with Scuba here. Right, I'm going to go Scuba. I'm going to say Scuba's on form. I'm going to go with, this is a best of 7, so I'm going to go with 4-0. Sorry, Sonic, nothing against you, but I just want to win this prediction. I want to win my own prize. Okay, so who's going to win next? Amin MC versus Reznov. That's going to be hard, you know. It's a best of 7, so first to win 4 games. That's going to be Amin MC. Go on, my boy. Amin MC, he's going to win 4-2. Okay, Exile versus Owen cover. Oh, I don't know much about Owen covers. This is going to be hard. I'm going to say Exile. And I'm going to go with 4-0. This is nothing against Owen cover. I just literally don't know who he is. I'm sorry, man. I just don't know. I think I've seen him before. I think I might have played him before, but I'm just going to pick Exile 4-0. Of course, the armies can come into this, so... yeah, I don't know. Someone's saying Jesus used Photoshop and use T. I want to use this, man. I want to use Paint. It's just so easy. Right, we're going to go with Firelord versus Sexy. I'm going to pick Sexy. How many eyes does he have? It is 2 eyes and then 1 E. This is going to be 4-0. I'm going to be bold. Sorry, Firelord. I think Sexy's going to win. Size versus Boyka. Okay, so you have to pick Size. The question is, what score is it going to be? I think Size is going to win 4, obviously. And I think he's going to lose... I think he's going to lose 3 games. I'm going to go with 3. That's a 4 and a 3. I promise you that is a 4. Bowser against Roll. I'm going to pick Bowser. And we are going to go with well, obviously he's going to win 4, and I think he's going to lose 0. Sorry, roll. This is only a prediction. This is not saying this is going to happen. This is just what I think is most realistically going to happen. Peter against Modka Fox. Modka Fox, I know he's a fan on the channel. And I do look forward to playing with you and practicing with you to beat Peter Tiny Penis. I think Peter's going to win, though, 4-0. Sorry. Sorry, Modka Fox. I just literally think that's what's going to happen. This is only my... I'm not saying who I prefer to win. I'm just literally picking who I think is going to win. Herb against El Nino. Sorry, El Nino, but I think Herb is going to win. 4-0. I know El Nino's good. I just think Herb... I think Herb's going to be ready for those games, and I think Herb's going to win. Right, so there's the games so far on the left-hand side. I'm going to do the right now. Predicting my own games. Why would I do that? Why would I predict myself? Okay, I have to go in with supreme confidence. I have to say I'm going to win. If you don't have confidence going in, then there's no point. I'm going to say this is going to be close. It's going to be super hard. Army luck is going to come into it. I'm going to say 4-3. I'm going to write that a little bit clearer. Because freestyle is hard. Either way, that's going to be hard. Kazari versus Zoperez. Okay, this is going to be hard since I don't know much about this guy. I'm going to say Kazari, though, based on just because that's the only guy I've heard of. Generally, if you've heard of someone, they're better than someone you haven't heard of. I'm going to say 4-0. SPL Cristiano. I'm going to pick... That's going to be hard, you know. Because Cristiano has elements of greatness, but he's also a bit of a strange player. There's some weird stuff. That's going to be real hard. I think Cristiano, though, you know, I think... You've got to take into account if you've seen him active on the ladder recently as well, and I don't think Cristiano has been active on the ladder. I might be wrong, though. You never know what name he's been playing under. Ethan said, I have to say I'm going to win. Talking about myself. Before losing in the opening rounds. That probably will happen. I'm not going to lie to you. There is a good chance I will go out in round number 1. How many games have I played in the last 2 months or 3 months or even 6 months? 6 months. Probably not that many. Meanwhile, Freestyle is like the biggest spammer online at the moment and a hard player whether he's spamming or not. But remember, who predicted that Freestyler would become a top player 1 or 2 years ago? Go back to my videos and watch it. I said Freestyler was going to become a top player. And lo and behold, he's now marked in orange, one of the top players, and beating a lot of the top guys at the moment. So I don't want to pat myself on my own back, but I'm going to do in that case, because I did predict Freestyler was going to become good. And I think he was getting tips off like Rage and stuff as well. Okay, SPL versus Cristiano. Who is going to win that one? Man, I don't know about this one, you know. This is going to be close, but I'm going to go with Cristiano. I'm going to go with 4-2. Fezipel. Well, just because I've never heard of him, I'm going to have to pick Logica. And I'm going to go 4-0. Sorry, Fez. I wish you all the best. And I want you to do well. But again, this is just a prediction that I'm trying to get correct. Okay, Caro against Jendi. You've got to go with Caro, the beast. Is he the Swiss beast? No, Netherlands beast? Oh, no, he's Swiss. He is Swiss. That's one thing we didn't check, actually. We didn't check his flag. I'm going to go with Caro 4-0. Sorry, Jendi. Not saying you don't have any chance against Caro, but I think everyone knows that's going to be a real hard round for you first. Caro is one of the strongest players in the tournament, especially when he's active. So that's going to be hard. Okay, Quadruple versus Staz. This is going to be hard since I don't know anything about Staz. Just based on that, though, I'm going to go with Quadruple. quadruple. I'm going to say... I'm going to go 4-1 just because I have no idea about Staz. Kiltol versus Fargo. Again, I've never heard of Kiltol, so you have to go with Fargo. I'm going to go with 4-0. HSN Leb versus Pepsi. That is interesting, since I think Pepsi's a very old player, but don't think he mixes it in with the great guys like Fargo, Freestyler, them kind of people. HSN Leb, I don't really know much about either of these two players. Anyone familiar with these? This is hard. I'm gonna say... Oh man, I really don't know. I don't know. That's the hardest one of the lot. Because I haven't played him. I don't know. I'm going to go with Pepsi. I don't know. I'm taking a random 50-50 guess. I'm going to go, 4-3. I don't know, man. I actually don't know. Right. I'm going to go through the next round. We've got Scuba and Amin MC. You have to pick Scuba. Amin MC, I think, will take a few games. Is this going to be a best of 7? That's the question. Or best of 9 for the quarterfinals. So that's the final. Semi-final. Quarterfinal. I think that's a best of 9. So this will have to be 5. How many do I think Amin MC? I think Amin MC is going to take 1. I wish Amin MC all the best, and I hope he does better than that, but just based on how good I think Scuba's going to perform, I think it's going to be 5-1. Okay, Exile against Sexy. How do I think that's going to go? You have to go with Sexy. You just have to. And if it's best of 9, you have to say 5. I'm sorry, man. I think Sexy's going to have a clean sweep in round 1 and 2. I think he's going to go 5-0. Sexy. No, so what I'm on about. Size against Bowser. You have to go with Size. I think Bowser's going to do one lame... Oh, no, he's not going to do it. Is he going to take one game off Size? Is he going to be able to take... Oh, Marion says, I played against HSN on stream and he won some games versus me, e.g. Tank versus China. Did he? The name rings a bell, but I just don't remember it, that's all. If he won some games against me, do I need to change my... I've gone with Pepsi now, so I'm going to stick with Pepsi. Just because he won some games against me doesn't necessarily mean anything. Everybody plays different on different days. I could have had a bad day, he could have had an amazing day. Pepsi could have an amazing day on the day. I don't know. Right, is Size going to lose to Bowser? Nah, even Noiko, he's not going to win. Let's just face the truth. Pizza against Herb. Now that's going to be super interesting. But I think... Oh, you've got masses of experience with Herb. He's been playing since before I even started playing. But you've got Peter, the kind of new kid on the block over the last couple of years, who is now well established as a decent player. He also recently beat some of the top guys in the tournament, like Freestyler, Boyka, Fargo, if I'm not mistaken. I think he beat Freestyler in final. So I'm going to go with Peter. You have to go with a more active guy. If they were both active, I probably would change to Herb, but because... so I think he's going to win 5. Marion says, what about Exile versus Asus? And do I still think... Is Asus even playing? What are you on about, man? Is Asus even playing, or am I being blind? What do I think about Asus versus Exile? I think Asus would win that. If Asus is the guy I'm thinking about, UA Asus, I think he's really, really good. I don't think Asus is here, though, is he? Or am I being stupid? Right, Peter against Herb. He's going to win 5. But he's not going to win 5-0. He's 100% not going to win 5-0. He's going to win 5-3. Right. other side. So, me being brave if I beat Freestyler. I'm going to say that I'll beat Kazari. I think I played him a few times before. I'm going to pick 5-0. I'm going to say I'm going to have recovered from my rocky start, and I think I'm going to beat Kazari 5-0. I do wish Kazari good luck, though. Cristiano against Logica. You have to go with Logica. And you have to say 5-0. I don't think Cristiano is capable of taking any games off Logica. I think that's going to be hard. Caro versus Quadruple. You have to go with Caro. Owen cover is Asus. Where the hell is he? Owen cover. Oh, is that really Asus? That changes things. Now I know that's Asus. That changes things. I'm gonna have to change that. I'm gonna have to change it. I'm allowed because this is not submitted yet. This can be Yo, welcome, Pub Meme, welcome. Maybe we can do this as a group. If anyone thinks I've underestimated anyone, because someone's saying don't underrate Herb. I'm not underrating Herb. I just think Peter's gonna win. Press that A in tools to type. Nah, man, I like to draw that. I like to draw like this. Scuba saying, can the brackets be released ASAP so I can play today? Scuba's keen to play against Sonic today. I'm sure he wouldn't be saying that if it was like Caro in round 1. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm sure you wouldn't be that quick to play if you were against Caro. Okay, I need to go back in a minute and amend one. Fargo, I think Fargo's going to win against Pepsi. Oh man, is HSN Leb going to beat Pepsi? Now I know he won a few games against me. Am I going to change my prediction there? I think I am, I'm going to change it. If he really won a few games against me, I think he's going to win. I'm going to change it. I'm sorry, guys. This is going to be changed. Either way, I think Fargo's going to win the next one. As said, Pepsi might have an amazing day on the day. I'm just going with based on what you guys have now told me. I think HSN. Leb. And I think he's going to win 4-1 now. So I've drastically changed that. Fargo, I think he's still going to win 5-0 though. Because Fargo is Fargo. Okay, so whichever one am I going to change? Exile and Owen cover. I think I'm going to change that now. I'm sorry, Exile. This is nothing against you, but I know how good Asus is. Asus is nothing to be messing around with. I'm sorry, Exile. You're now... You're out of my prediction. I'm going to go with Owen cover. And I'm going to go with... I think he's going to win... I think he's going to win 4-1. Yeah, I think he's going to win 4-1. I'm sorry, Exile, but I just think... I know how good Asus is. I think he even knocked me out of a finals in a tournament once. Exile is good, but I think Owen cover will win that. That's just... Again, it's just my opinion and my prediction. But I still think Sexy will win against... Oh, is he going to lose one game now? He's going to lose one game. Or is he? Is he going to lose one game? Depends. Sometimes Sexy plays 100% on fire and sometimes he doesn't. I'm going to leave it at Sexy 5-0. Right, Scuba against Sexy. That's going to be a cool game. Interesting one. Whatever the score is, it's going to be close. But who is going to win that? Scuba against Sexy. I see El Nino's in the chat. Nobody take offense from this. This is just what I think is most realistically likely to happen. Not what I want to happen or who I want to win. This is just what I realistically think is going to happen. Scuba against Sexy. Who is going to win that? I think you have to go with Sexy. I think he's more calm and collected under nerves. I think Scuba won't play himself. So with that said, Sexy isn't active at the moment. And Scuba on his day is absolutely epic. That's a hard one to predict. But I think Sexy's going to win. I'm going to have to go with my gut of what I think is going to happen. I think Sexy's going to win, and I think it's going to be 5... Will it still be best of 9 here? This is just the semi-final, though. See, I don't know what it is. Haydar disagrees with my 5-0 versus Asus. I disagree, man. I disagree. If Sexy rocks up, Asus cannot beat Sexy. If Sexy brings his 90% and above, Asus is not capable. Just in my opinion, anyway. Right, Sexy against Scuba. Who's going to win? Let's go with... so let's say this is a best of 11 now, because it is a semi-final. So it's going to be 6. It's going to be 6. 6 what? What is it going to be? 6. It's going to be close. I think it's going to be 6-4. Size, Peter. You have to go with Size. I'm sorry, Peter. You are going to get annihilated. And it's going to be 6. Nah, Size can't lose 2 games. Size is going to lose 1 game. Okay. On this side, this is where I think I'm going to get knocked out. Unless I start playing 100% of the time every day for the rest of this month, I think I'm going to lose. I'm going to go in with confidence like I'm going to win in the day, but I feel like if I predict this, there'll be less pressure on myself. So I'm going to pick that I'm going to lose here. I think Logic is going to win, and I think it's going to be 6. I'm going to get... Let's say it's close. Let's say 6-5. I'll be happy with 6-5. Caro versus Fargo. Whoa, this is going to be some good games. I think Caro. And I think it's going to be... Actually, I haven't said who's going to win. Caro's going to win 5-0 against Quadruple. I didn't fill that in. Caro against Fargo. He's going to win 6. And 6 and what? That's the question. Chris Hack is saying Sexy didn't even go 5-0 versus me in the semi-finals of the World Series 2017. Kara versus Fargo. I think Kara's going to win, and I think it's going to be 6-2. No, wait. We'll give Fargo more of a chance. I think he's going to go 6-3. Okay, that leaves us then with Sexy versus Size, Logica versus Caro for the semi-finals. That's a pretty strong semi-final. Fortuna says, Domi, Logica will beat you 6-0. It's possible. Chris Hack says 6-5. Marion says Fargo's going to win. Remember, a lot of this is dependent on armies, how well you play on the day, how active you've been in the run up to it, all kinds of stuff like that. Size versus Sexy. Who is going to win that? You have to go with Size. You have to go with Size, and the score there is going to be best of 11 or is going to be best of 13 now for the semi-final. I think it's going to be best of 11. I'm going to go with 6. I think Sexy just becomes nervous when he's against an amazing player, so I'm going to say 6-2. I think armies will play a part. Logica against Caro. Oh shit, that's going to be a hard one. I'm going to pick Caro. Especially if he's active. I'm going to pick Caro. Anyone could win that. I don't know whether it's Logica or Caro. Logica on his day looks really tough. He did just lose his challenge versus Size just recently. I think Caro holds his nerve together more, but that's going to be some hard games. I'm going to pick Caro 6-5. I think that's going to be really close. And then That leaves us with third place. So Sexy versus Logica for third place. You have to say Logica will win that. So that'll be Sexy. Logica, and I think Logica will win. I think Sexy will not be motivated to fight for third place, so I think Logica will win 6-1. That leaves the grand final prediction. Who's going to win, Size or Caro? Has Caro won a World Series before? I don't know if he has, actually. I don't know who's won a World Series before. I don't know if he has. I think he might have. But you have to go with the mighty Size. But it's not going to be easy. I think that's going to be a best of 13, so I think that's going to be a 7. And I think that's going to be... 7-4. I think it's going to... Oh no, we're going to go 7-5. I think it's going to be closer than that. So that overall is my prediction. I think you can see all of them there on screen in one go. So yeah, maybe some controversial stuff there, maybe not, but that's what I am going with. But yeah, what I'll do now, I'm going to save that. I'm going to go into my Discord channel, and in the predictions here, I am going to paste in my prediction. Right, so that's on my Discord channel. If you see in the description and you want to enter this as well, there'll be a prize for whoever gets the closest predictions. So there's mine. If you want to go in now and see it, it's actually looking a bit blurry, but I think actually if you open original, you can now see it properly. But yeah, go in, submit it in high quality. Feel free to do it better than I have. I know I've done it pretty bad there. But what I'll do also, I'll paste in an empty bracket after, so you can also see it. Yo, Death Trader, by the way. Yeah, so I encourage you to join in here now. I can see people are joining. Go in, leave your prediction in there, and I will arrange a prize for you. Once the whole tournament's over, I'll sort a prize out for you. Yeah, there's going to be some potential Dominator merchandise coming. So I might be able to arrange a prize for you. So yeah, feel free to join the Discord and leave your prediction in there. I want to see loads of predictions, and whoever gets the most accurate, I will judge it with the help of maybe some of my moderators and stuff. Yeah, feel free to enter. All right, cool. That pretty much wraps up today's stream then, guys. So thank you all for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed this predictions and the live bracket draw as well. I certainly enjoyed it. Thanks for everyone that joined. Thanks for all your questions and stuff, and I look forward to seeing your predictions. So GG, and I'll see some of you on the old battlefield. So yeah, peace out.